It's time for Geocache Talk. Whether you are at work, in the car, or wherever you are, we hope you enjoy this show about the great sport of geocaching. If you're watching live on YouTube, you can be part of the adventure tonight in the chat room and participate with others as they watch the show. If you are listening later, please give it a like and subscribe on your favorite podcasting app so that you can get all of the weekly Geocache Talk goodness. If you would like to become a patron, click on the Become a Patron link on the front page of the Geocache Talk website or head over to patreon.com/Geocache Talk for more details. Patrons get the now famous blackout coins and other geocaching items during the year. Support levels start as low as the Bison Tube level, which is only $3 a month.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Tonight's opening is presented, obviously, by Derek, Baker Six Clan. Appreciate you doing that for us. And our featured patrons, the Happy Hodag, Mom, Dad, Two Boys, Sue's Mom, GSMX2, BKQG Family, Dog Mom of Two, Trexer Zero, Hide Go Seek, TX History Lady, Zipper Tiff, and our new patrons, Kazoo Otters, Homer CF, BA Wag 75, Roomba Cats, Stark AZ, Fishing Kitty, Wendland Bunch, and Jaspery. All right. Well, let's jump right into show 252 as we discuss going caching 2021 with the Waysiders. Welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah, we're glad to be here.
We are so glad to have you and get to talk about going caching.
Yay!
We are just ecstatic about the fact, not only about your mega, but that megas are happening again.
Right?
So that just means the world is going in the right direction again. So we're happy about that.
Exactly.
Yes. We're going to do some news here in a moment, but we do have another giveaway this week, and we're very excited about this one. So if you'd like to win a puzzle box, and we'll talk about the puzzle box.
Yeah, if you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. You'll find out in a few minutes.
You'll find out in a little bit.
But you want one. We already know you want one.
Yeah, you want one for sure. If you'd like one tonight, as you know how we do this, hashtag sidecar is the hashtag you want to put into the chat room, and we will pick a winner later on using our giveaway tool. We'll spin the wheel later on tonight, and we'll do that. So,
and just the prize of being the smartest, the first person in the chat room that knows what that means, you can post it.
Yeah.
You don't get anything for it. You just get to brag. So.
Oh, we got some people ordered. That's okay. You get a next one, an extra one.
Well, that took all of half a second, so never mind.
Yeah, they're pretty quick.
That wasn't much of a contest.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, it is a cocktail from the 20s. That is correct.
That was quick. So, all right. A lot to cover. So let's get right into the news. So let's start. Couple things we want to talk about tonight. One is that if you do live up, even if you don't live up there, but if you would like to go to the Goalie, the Geocachers of Long Island are having an event, and Brian Roth's going to make the trip over for their community celebration. So very excited again for events being back in a way that we can start to get back to normal. So he's having a homecoming community celebration, and want to thank Goalie for sponsoring the show and sending us. Jesse and I got free shirts. You know, you can't beat a free shirt once in a while. So
you can't beat a free geocaching shirt. Even better.
Absolutely. So check that out, and if you can, try to go to the event. If you, like I said, even if you live up there or if you don't live up there. So not yet. Not going to spill the beans yet.
No beans spilling tonight.
There's possibilities. You never know. Yeah.
Well, the news is kind of some spilled beans. It's just not our beans to spill.
It is. Next one up, our current coins, except for Blackout coin.
I got the whole set.
The whole set. There you go.
There it is.
Right there. There's the whole
Right.
set. Jesse's got the whole all those coins except the middle one, the black
It's backwards. Yep.
That one will stick around, but
The middle one will stay, but the other ones are limited. So
yeah, in fact, they're starting to sell out. I don't know if you noticed, Jesse, but there's no more Puzzle Talk coin is gone.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I haven't looked
See
at
which ones sell out first.
Yeah, really. So if you'd like one of those coins, they're limited. We only did one run on all of those. So
yeah, it's our going out of business, right? We're only going to do like 260 shows and we're done. So we're just going to quit, take a break for
That's
5
it.
years and start
done.
back.
No, we won't do that.
No.
But the coins are going. We're sticking around, but the coins aren't. So, all right. Real fast, the social media manager position filled, going great. Pizza Ninja is our social media manager. His information will be up on the website soon. He has been knocking it out of the park lately, handling the social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuff. So if you see something coming out and you're like, wow, that's really cool. I'm so glad that, Geocache Talk is on it. And like, it's not us. That's why we have a social media manager to handle.
That's right. Don't get to thinking that Gary suddenly got good on Instagram. That's not what happened.
No.
But we can't spill any beans, but there's tons of reasons why there's a new person helping us out. So
yes. Yeah, it'll become clear.
Gary's not allowed to spill any of those beans.
No, those are big beans.
Yeah.
Those are gigantic. Those kind that you can get in.
We can spill geocaching's beans.
We can. We'll do that. Let me mention one more item, and then I'll turn it over to you, Jesse. I'll let you spill the other news coming out. But patron party is Tuesday. So if you are a patron, it behooves you to join us because we're going to have a great night playing a game together, and everybody gets to play. Everybody participates, which is kind of cool that no matter how many people show up, everybody participates.
Yeah, there'll be something for everybody there to play.
There's Pizza Ninjas. So, tell people about what's coming out. I think tomorrow, right? Yeah.
So we talked about it before last time Nick was on, didn't we?
Yes.
And we just didn't have an exact date. But tomorrow, the Waymarking app, which is it's Waymarkly. I know that's hard to figure out that it came from the guy that created Cashly, right? It's hard, but we know it'll be good, and it's Waymarkly. I think it drops tomorrow. It opens in the store tomorrow.
Yep.
I don't know price. Do you know the price of it?
I do not. But
if I had to guess, if it's not free, it'll be $5 like Cashly or whatever else, and one-time fee. He never charges tons for it, but his apps always work great. And there's mixed opinions. We've talked to people on Waymarking. Some people never do them. Some people don't even really know what they are. Some people are insanely into them, which I didn't even know that was a part of our population.
Yeah.
But there's people that have found like 1 million of them and hidden like thousands and thousands of them, more than caches. And since they're doing that, I would guess there's going to be some updates to the site as well that we've heard about. I would tell everybody, go check it out. Why not? It's part of caching. If you hadn't been doing it, it's a new thing to add in. Why would you eliminate any one part, right? So there's it's coming out. It'd be a new app. It's worth trying because who knows? It may add, if nothing else. I know that there's a bunch of benchmarks on there. I know there's a bunch of other things that cross over the other types. So it's worth trying to get some more information. So plus it's something new in the game.
Well,
how often you get something new in the game, right? A new way to play
a new way to play
a game. So Waymarking's not new, but the new version of this is.
Exactly.
So, it's worth a shot to go try.
Yep. And then I think last on the items is winner from last week. Audio listeners, we love you guys and gals for being a part of the audio community. Audio listeners had their own one that they did for last week's Chasing the Thrill. So they had their own giveaway, and the winner of that was Nancy, the deadliest cacher. So Nancy, you're the winner. As I always say, the random.org God smiled down upon you and picked your number. So You are the winner. So I will get you the book soon. All right. Let's get into going caching. We have all been, obviously you guys have been many times. How many times y'all even have been to going caching?
The first one was in 2010.
Okay.
And so we skipped a year. So this would be year 11, but year 10 is a mega event.
Right. This would have been our 10th anniversary. You know, the first one, 2010, that was in Savannah. And
Right.
so, you know, the second one is your first anniversary. But anyway, this would have been our 10th. But we, you know, 2020, boy, you know, it just, we'll forget that one. And so I guess we'll pretend it's our 10th anniversary, right?
Right.
But, we're not planning anything special for that, but it would have been.
Would have been.
Yeah. Our 11th going caching. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get into several things tonight. One thing that I'd like to get you to comment on off the top of the bat is that it has been in the same location now for how many years, do you think?
2014.
Yeah, we got to count up here.
Yeah, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2019. Yeah. So this will be the 6th year in the same location.
6 years in the same, right. Not only in Rome, but
right.
At the same park. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And in 2016, we knew if we wanted to move it, you know, and go do something again elsewhere, that it had to be then. And it turned out that, it actually gotten kind of big, too big to move anyway. But it's definitely not moving again. We're locked in. Of course, you know, this is our hometown, Rome, Georgia, and the whole city has embraced this thing. They can't wait. They were all of our downtown friends, you know, our business friends and stuff. So, devastated in more ways than one that nothing happened last year. So they are super excited about all the geocachers coming back, and we have a few big events in Rome each year. And I have to say, of course, you know, we're a little bit biased, but it sure seems like that the people of Rome love going caching as much, if not more, than any other event that comes into town.
Yeah, one thing that we just now both got to experience firsthand was being able to be in Rome and seeing the experience of, and that's why I mentioned that it's in the same towns. That I think it's such an advantage and such a tremendous thing that you guys have created with going caching, that really it is a true community event. You know, people are probably tired of me telling the story of me going into the bakery downtown, and there's the logo on a cookie, and I can buy it.
That was so cool, though.
It was so cool, and you know, be able to interact with people. I did a back when Periscope was around. I did a Periscope from the bakery showing that off, and I interviewed the people a little bit in the bakery, and they were thrilled. Everybody was there, and had people come find me that were in town for the event because they saw me on Periscope. Super Nate and his wife come racing over there and found me because there I was on, you know, was Periscope. We'll have to do some more live things too while we're there, but
it's always fun that the geocachers will tell us, you know, they just love Rome, Georgia, and all the people, and it's just great. But then all the folks in Rome we just love the geocachers. They're so wonderful, you know. And so it is a great thing, and the, you know, the crazy games we play every year.
Yes.
The local people who are most of them are not geocachers, but they feel like they're playing along too.
Yeah.
They're playing a role. And you know, it's just a fun time all the way around.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to do one, but I hear so many cool things and want to go to the parade. So that's probably another thing that seems to be embraced a lot by the community is having the parade. So how many years now have y'all done the parade for a number of years? I know I hear, well, of course, Joshua talks a lot about and we joked before, Andy and I were talking about before the show, that last year's going to mean 2 years ago. So just all the listeners get used to the fact when we say last year, we meant last going caching, but because he got to be at the front of the parade. So, bad mistake having him do that, because no, I'm kidding. But it was great because he talks about it a lot. But how long's the parade, do you think, been going, do you think?
Actually, that was the first time we've done a parade. Because it's always, we had a small one over the footbridge in 2015, but it's the flash mob. So every year we do a different kind of a interactive flash mob. So that was our flash mob last year.
I got you. Okay. Do you think that
we need to back up a little bit, though, because we've jumped into all the fun parts already?
Yes, we have.
COVID is mentioned, so we've already broken that bubble, right? Gary mentioned the COVID time. So what we got to remember, during COVID, like 5 million people joined the game. Many of those have not even had an opportunity to ever go to a mega, and some of them may not even know what we're talking about yet. So if you can, give us like the elevator pitch of a cacher that joined in the last year and has no idea what we're talking about. You don't have to define megas. Mega is a big event, but tell them kind of like what your event is, and we'll go into all the details later, right? And we get excited about that because we love the event. But what in general is going caching?
If I had to wrap it up in a nutshell, I would say that it is a themed geocaching adventure. So you are immersed in 4 days of all of our themes. Everything's tied together. We try to do something for everyone. And I think we're known a lot for the puzzle aspect of it. Mm-hmm. You want to jump in?
And we don't want to scare anyone off, because I like puzzles. I've always liked puzzles. In fact, the Waysiders, Andy and myself, our very first geocache was a puzzle.
Right.
And we FTF'd a thing, by the way.
Nice.
So we were hooked with puzzles, but not to scare people off. Some puzzles are tough that we do. Others are just, it might learn a little something along the way, but not terribly hard. But the biggest aspect about going caching is we want you to work with others. Team up. Come with a friend, or I guarantee you will make more friends than you probably have right now at going caching, because we've just conditioned we'll just call them old timers, the regulars. They love to take new people under their wing and show them the ropes, because there is a lot happening. Yes. And, when it kicks off, it rolls, and this goes for days. Now, you can come, if you can only come Saturday, that's great. I promise you'll have a lot of fun. Yes. There's a lot to do just on Saturday, but if you can get here early, the first event, which we could talk about all the events later, but that starts Wednesday. So if you can get here Wednesday, if not Thursday, maybe Friday, Saturday, and it's just something happening nonstop. You'll be tired, I promise you that. But I think you'll have a lot of fun, and lots of geocaches. Some people just don't like the puzzle aspect, and if you don't, well, there's plenty of fun to have. Just geocaching the area, meeting new people at the events. We have vendors. You can come and shop. If you buy online, you can meet these people and look at their display and buy a new nano or coins and things like that. So it's just a lot of fun, very social. I don't think we've ever had anybody go away and said that they were just left out.
Right. Yeah, I think one of the things that is so integral to going caching, I think what's really cool is that no matter how much or how little time you can go, it's worth it. I hear people, I think incorrectly say, "Oh, you need to be there Wednesday on." It's like, well, if you can be there Wednesday on, that's a benefit. If you can't, I came in on a Friday last year. Here I am again.
Yeah.
Last going caching because I just couldn't get away before that. But I had a tremendous time. I had such a great time, and even though part of it was like a looking glass or like a window shopping, I couldn't get to do all of it, but I got to see and experience some of the things, and we'll get into some of the little things that you guys did a couple of years ago that I think is tremendous and is really, really makes going caching stand out. Because I think a lot of people, and this is something that Jess and I have talked about a lot lately, is just like, well, why would I want to go to that mega? Why would I want to go to that one when I could go to this one? Well, aren't they all basically the same? And it's like, well, no, they're not. And here's why they're not the same. And so
that's really the beauty of mega events. And that's a lot of people haven't got to experience that because they're newer to the game. And we're kind of all on break for a little while. Right. But this one is definitely unique. I know everybody says that about their own event, but this one's definitely unique. Right. That's me saying it. It's your event. So we absolutely had a blast. I solve puzzles. I like puzzles, but you absolutely can go there without being a puzzle expert for sure. Because there are puzzle experts there, and they'll definitely help you out.
They'll help you. Let's get some of the basics down. People are asking about the dates. So
the mega event October 2nd.
That's the Saturday, right, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. So working backward, what is that Wednesday? Let me go
September
check it out.
29th.
Oh, thank you. Very good. So the dates are kind of, I would say, the dates of going caching is the 29th through the 3rd. Would that be
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to experience the full thing, 29th through the 3rd. So make your plans accordingly based on that.
Have, the better, especially if you can bracket a mega event, then you can get to do the other stuff in town when the crowd clears out and go. There's always tons of more caches to do and things to see. So
I was going to say some lucky people actually, take a week and a week off and do the whole thing. They'll get here about when the crew arrives to start setting up, but they'll be doing, there's a lot of old geocaches in Georgia. There's some 2000 caches. So now they're not in Rome, but a short drive. I mean, so a lot of people come and there's one at Lake Lanier, that's Georgia. There's one north of us, Iron Horse, I think is called. That's a very old geocache.
Rocktown is old too.
Rocktown, right, which is a beautiful place. Just an hour away. So, and of course we'll have a lot of new geocaches put out as well.
Oh, sure.
So people come and they spend Monday and Tuesday just getting settled, get the lay of the land, cache, and then Wednesday evening when the events start, they're ready to go then.
Right. One thing to remember tonight for those that have just tuned in, we are giving away a puzzle box tonight. If you would put into the chat room hashtag sidecar, all one word, then you will be entered to win tonight. And let's take a moment if we can. We're going to kind of jump around, I guess, tonight, which is the way I think it's funner that way. Jump around. We're not going to go completely chronological, but let's talk about the puzzle box, and we'll get into the store. The store is open. We'll give you information about the store here in a moment, but let's actually dive even further into the store and talk a little bit about the puzzle box. This is a new item. I think that's y'all have never done something like this.
Oh, it's new. This is
okay. Right. This is new. Every year we always do a puzzle shirt. Since 2013, that's sort of been a tradition of ours, and it's a way for us to raise funds early on, get people excited about the event. and
Yep.
kind of get an idea of what's in store with the theme and everything. And I think because of COVID, we had started kicking around what would happen if we couldn't do going caching again this year. And we were like, let's do an at-home version of going caching. So when we got the green light, we can, publish the event and it's safe for people to come again. We decided, well, why not just integrate our at-home version with the puzzle shirt?
Right.
And so we've come up with the puzzle box. And we've sort of invented a character.
Cool.
His name is Cue Ball. And any minute now, if you see Jim put his hand over my mouth, I'm saying something I'm not supposed to say.
No, we're fine.
But Cue Ball owned at one time our speakeasy that's here in Rome, which is the Blind Frog.
The Blind Frog. I love it.
So, and he ends up getting rid of the Blind Frog. And
okay, she's scaring me now.
Go a little far.
Where's this going? Okay, sorry.
well, he has a fortune that he has hidden. So if you get the puzzle box and you figure this out, you will be able to find where he has hidden his secret stash.
Oh, that's great.
And there's a money prize that's also involved, and it is a published cache.
Nice. That's awesome.
So this year we've just expanded on, like Andy said, the puzzle is usually in the past years has been on the shirt itself.
Yeah.
And there are elements of the puzzle on the shirt.
Right.
And last year we were pirates.
Yes.
And so the pre-event puzzle T-shirt was you had to figure out, there's a pirate ship and it fires on downtown Rome, and you had to calculate where the cannonball landed. We gave you all this stuff, but we also included a paper map, just rolled up. It's just plain old map, and it was so well received. Now we thought it seemed fun to us, but you never know how everyone else is going to take something. Well, they loved it, so that did inspire us this year, as Andy said. Also about we were thinking, what if we when we first came up with this, we weren't even sure going caching 2021 was going to happen. So this came as an idea of let's do something big, and so the box kind of took off, and now it's the shirt and this box of puzzle pieces. And
I can tell him some of the
yes,
stuff.
Yeah, we can list some of the things
because it's a great value actually when you find out what some of the stuff is there. There is a very unique trackable geocoin, which is also a game piece. There's a path tag. There is a wooden nickel that also is going to act as almost like a raffle ticket. They're consecutively numbered. So everyone who gets that can also be entered into a big drawing we're going to have. And then there's lots of other puzzle pieces and different secret things that are in there.
Cool.
And I think even if you were unable to make the event, it's still a fun box to get and do with a group, a family, your best friend, however you want to do it.
Right.
And then when we are shipping the boxes and but the shirt's also included in the box.
Cool.
And the cool thing is after the event, for those that did not come to the event, if they want to email, we can kind of finish the story for them,
right,
and let them know were their calculations right, where is the treasure or the
Very
stash cool. And all that. And then Jim on Saturday normally teaches a puzzle class, and what he's going to do, provided that the FTF has been found on this cache, he will teach the puzzle box. And it's we've chosen, it's a wide variety of ciphers, codes. There are puzzles in there that your 10-year-old could do, and then there's some that you may pull your hair out on. So it's kind of a mix of different fun things. And that's pretty much it.
Very cool. One thing that we always remind people, and especially now that Jesse and I have actually been on the other end of a mega, helping with Mingo Madness to an extent, and that is, we tell people all the time, these things are not. Think of them differently. Think of them as a GoFundMe page. So if you'd like to provide for this event, which is an incredible event, and we need to keep these kind of events going, think of it as, I'm going to give. Say I want the whole package for the $100. It's a GoFundMe page, and look at all the cool stuff I get to be part of this.
Absolutely.
Even if you give it away, even if you're not interested in puzzles, if you're not, even if you're whatever you're at. We always talk about. I think Tom Brotherman, Electric Water Boy, he mentions this all the time. He's like, if you don't collect coins or path tags or anything else, it's okay. Get the items and then give them away at events. Yourself. And so, but it's important to provide for these kind of events. So if you can purchase from the store, we really encourage you to do that. And the cool things you do get, if you want to just buy the shirt, the shirt is cool every year. Buy the shirt. That'll help. Again, part of the proceeds are going to go to paying for things that we're going to talk about tonight. Some of the events.
Yeah, that's how these events get funded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point, Gary. Oh, sorry, Jess. Especially all of the megas that didn't happen in 2020. You have ongoing expenses that kept going with no income. So you're kind of starting off 2021 a little behind the curve.
Right. And I want to say, all of these events are free to attend. I mean, we welcome people. You don't have to buy anything now.
Right.
To get the full immersion, you are going to need things, in the store. But there's tons of fun if you want to come and just check it out and don't spend any money. We'd love to have you.
Yeah.
Having said that, and just echoing what you said, we greatly appreciate people that do support Going Caching by buying, particularly the pre-event stuff now, because the Going Caching crew has to, we rent the big park that the event takes place in. The Saturday night party, that's a big venue. That's expensive, we'll say. And then there's just tons of stuff that has to happen and be paid for long before people get here.
Right.
And so those store purchases, we appreciate it so much, and it's very, very important.
And I would like to add about the puzzle shirt. We've always had it too. We have a Facebook page, it's Going Caching. And if you get a puzzle shirt and then you wear it to an event and upload your photo of you at the event under our Facebook page, you're entered into a contest where we give away 2 $100 gift cards at the event.
That's awesome. Yes.
That's great. Yeah. I like that.
Even if you're not able to go, this is a perfect thing you can do is to support the event, buy the shirt, go to an event, and send the photo in, and you can win. So that's a great thing.
We have so many people that have attended Going Caching the first time because they saw somebody with this T-shirt on at another event somewhere in the world and said, "What's that all about?" And then I'm sure it started off an hour and a half conversation. But so that that's why we asked, wear it to events, and that just makes more people aware of what's going on, and so it's great, and we have a lot of fun with those photos that people send in.
Yes. That's awesome.
And until we get ESPN to pick up geocaching, we've got to spread the word on our own. And we don't have sponsored by ESPN yet. This isn't about the Waysiders getting rich. This is about having lights turned on at the event. So
yeah. One thing too that you can get in the store, and I want to take a moment to do that, and then we'll get into the events and all that other stuff too tonight for sure. But something that I think is always fascinating and I love, and I've got my stack of them right here. And I got one I want to tell you guys about too, are the cards, the cache cards. So I got sent a card. Action Trinity sent me a card. I was pretty excited to get this one. This is from 2016. So we've had Action Trinity on the show. fairly recently.
Very nice.
And that's from 2016. And she was so excited about going to this event that she sent us. It's like they're like they're collectible cards.
It's like baseball trading cards, right?
They
From
really
back when we were a
are.
kid.
They are. We've started those. Wow, 2011 was the first year, or 2012?
I think 12.
2012. Anyways, and cashers can buy them ahead of time. They're for sale now in the store, and you get a custom card. We'll be shipping them out when we get boxes going. But they are a great collector's item. They're a great trade item for leave them in caches. There's full sets of them at HQ. If you want to sit down and discover all of them, there's binders there. Jeremy, Signal, and Brian have been in our sets every single year. And
very nice.
There was a Geocache talk.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. It's got a puzzle. See, this is perfect.
Oh, I see it
right there.
Yes, awesome.
We had to do that because because of the theme. If there's a lot of puzzles involved, so we did a theme. So people want to figure out the theme, they can do that. But we had to. We couldn't pass up the opportunity to throw that in there. Go ahead.
Well, and the fun thing is they are discoverable. So there's a tracking code on the back. So in your case, when somebody discovers it, they're going to a landing page where you can, say more about yourself or like your podcast or things like that.
Right.
Another fun thing we do with these cards is we have extras printed, and then we do packs, like baseball card packs that come into packages, and we have them at the event, and they're for sale. And in each pack is also a puzzle piece. And there's usually 12 to 16 different puzzle pieces that actually get put back together in a trading card adventure. So once you do that, you are able to find all the locations where you need to go around and collect stamps. And then that's part of what gets you into our escape rooms, which we haven't even talked about, that we have at the event. And this year you will find your way into our speakeasy, the Blind Frog. And then those cards, the puzzle pieces, are also raffle cards. We do a drawing, so you get to drop those in for another drawing that we have.
Nice. That's awesome.
So
It's loaded with stuff.
It's amazing.
Yes.
We travel every chance we get, and it's amazing. We'll go to some random.
Go ahead.
Very nice. Some random geocache out in the woods and open up an ammo can, and there's a bunch of cash cards. It's like, nice. I remember these. But yeah, so many people go, oh yeah, I've seen those. So
awesome.
So those have really gotten quite popular.
Yeah, very fun. So you can again purchase those. They're all in the store. The store's open. Registration is coming soon.
Right. Yeah. The pre-event items are open.
Yes. Pre-event.
We don't have the like the official event geocoin is not in there and all that stuff yet.
Yeah. Good. Thank you for that clarification. Yeah. Pre-event.
Right.
That's cool. Okay. Let me turn my volume down a little bit. Let's get into the event itself. I think that's a good place to go next. So, do we know yet for Wednesday? How is Wednesday starting to look? What's the
Wednesday?
Everybody get in on Wednesday. There's those meet and greet.
Yes. It's Wednesday evening. And at our Civic Center, which is a cool building. It's not massive, but it's big enough. But it was built. I think it was the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC.
Oh yeah,
big rock building, very cool. And that is our very first meet and greet package pickup. And we do now. Don't get worried. We have package pickup at every event except the flash mob. We don't have time. Right. Flash mob, but all other events we have package pickup, so that'll help. It does help cut down lines because these we've been to some one-day events and it seems like we were in line most of the day just to pick up the swag we bought, right? But so we spread it out. But there's always a decent crowd on Wednesday night, and that's when you'll get those cash card trading packs that Andy was talking about.
Right.
The geocoin, the event geocoin is a game piece too. You need that to do some things.
Neat.
And all your other stuff. And people will start immediately. They'll break out and start trading cash cards, putting the puzzle pieces together, and just hooking up and making their plans with their friends. That some of their friends they only see at going caching. They'll rendezvous here once a year. So it's just a big meet and greet, and helps, like I said, take the pressure off. Package or pick up later. So, and that's Wednesday, and it goes till they turn out the lights on us. I mean, that's awesome. So that's a fun night, just real laid back, and people are, just getting into town and hooking up with their friends.
Yes.
I think one thing to remember or to remind people of, especially if you're new to Omega, or even if you're not and you just have developed bad habits over the years, don't just put your will attend for the mega. Put it for all the events you think you're going to go to.
Thank you.
Side events. If you're handing out packets and 20 people say they're going to attend and 500 people show up for their packets, there's going to be a line. So do your will attend, or don't be surprised when the queue gets long. It really helps everybody. It helps all of them at the event. Really plan for resources if you do your will attends for every single event you're going to go to.
Yeah, it helps planners a lot. And it gives people an idea for sure. And as Jesse said, if you can, please pick up your packets as early as you can. Don't wait until later in the week. If you can.
11:30 before the lights turn. Once the lights turn off, wait, I need my packet.
Right.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's be good cachers, and when you get there and you can, try to go pick up your packet. Number one, it's got all the goodies. It's not like a regular mess. I'm not trying to put other megas down, but I'm saying
don't say regular mega. That
regular megas, all those other megas. No, but some megas it may not need to pick up early because it's cool swag, but there's nothing necessarily that you need going into the mega. Whereas
it's not interactive. Right.
Whereas going caching, you want to pick up your swag early because, like Jim said, you got to. Well, you don't have to, but if you're wanting to be part of the immersion of the event, you're going to want to get your coin early. Absolutely, yes. Very cool. Okay, so let's transition into Thursday. Thursday, let's start just first thing in the morning. There's packet pickup.
Yeah, Thursday morning will be a package pickup for those that missed it Wednesday night but want their stuff for Thursday. And then Thursday late afternoon will be our flash mob.
Yay.
And what we are planning this year is we're going to try and break a Guinness Book of World Record.
Okay.
And you wonder, how on earth can a bunch of geocachers break a Guinness Book of World Records? Well, we are going to see if we can break the record for the number of people doing the Charleston simultaneously.
Okay.
Wow.
So awesome. We have we've blocked off, or we've got it set to block off an entire city block in front of the DeSoto Theater, which is home of Rome Little Theater,
right?
Which was built in the 1920s. It was the first theater in the South for talkie movies.
Oh, neat.
Yes, and we're working with the theater and the city and our downtown development group as far as being able to get people registered. We plan to also have dance coaches up on platforms in front of the crowd so everyone can follow along. We're going to have the numbered bibs. We're going to have a pre-registration for this so we can make it go very quickly on getting everybody numbered and in place. And we're filming it. And hopefully we'll break the record.
Don't you want to know how many
people it takes?
Yeah. How many people does
How
that
many
take?
people?
We need 1,192 people to break the record.
Oh, I bet you can do that.
That's doable.
I think we can
Oh, that
between
sounds great.
geocachers, and then also we're inviting the local dance schools to also
Be a
help
part.
and participate and be open to anybody in Rome that wants to come and jump in with the geocachers and break a world record.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very
Yes,
cool.
that's great. And to remind people that I don't think we mentioned it yet. We should. The theme. Tell people about this
how did we
year's
miss
theme.
that? It's the Roaring Twenties.
Yay!
And this was the best theme ever because no matter how many years we might have to have bumped it up, we had until 1929 to still have, or 2029 to still have Roaring Twenties. So
I always like to say when we first came up, we actually come up with a theme before the previous year. So we did pirates in 2019.
Yes.
Well, at the end of the mega event, we announced the theme for the next year. So we had this in mind. Well, no one I know in the entire world dreamed that 2020 would be like it turned out. So
Sure.
it just always said, well, 2020. The 20s was roaring. It just roared in a rough way. So,
Yeah.
but it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing very lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek gangster, sort of the Capone vibe a little bit.
But then just the flapper vibe, just the fun, sneeze and golly gee whiz, cat's pajamas.
And we're having some fun with, Prohibition. And again, after the past year, we feel like we've been through Prohibition in a lot of ways. We're ready, and I think everyone is ready to just have a lot of fun. We encourage costumes. Gosh, if you didn't have a pirate costume on last time, you stuck out. I think people would first worry about that. Well, if I wear a costume, will I look silly? And no, if you don't,
not in this group.
If you don't wear one, we're going to think you're strange. So,
I will say that I wore a pirate's costume and I did look silly, but it wasn't because others weren't wearing
combination.
Well, you were in good company.
That's right. But everyone else looked silly too, so it was okay.
That's right.
Yeah. And, I was going to say right after the flash mob, actually, Rome Little Theater will do a special performance for geocachers that evening of Leading Ladies, which is a play that we'll be producing that weekend. And if anybody doesn't go to the play, we will have the pub crawl again.
Oh, yeah.
With the Roman chariots riding around to all the stops and things.
That's cool.
And that'll be a blast. And I think some of the places the participants have been talking about having signature 20s kind of stuff.
Cool.
Oh, yes. Our the pubs and things, they enjoy going cache. They get it. Like when we did, was it 2018? It was Victorian Haunted Mysteries, and it was like early Halloween. They were having a blast, and then of course they got into the pirate thing with everyone else last time, and they'll be turning their establishments into speakeasies. I'm sure.
That is perfect. So
I think when we get that nailed down, there'll be a lot more information on the cache page and our website.
And here as well, we will, you provide us. We will definitely always put it into the news. So that's always another location. So and we'll point people to the right spot for everything as well. So we can keep everybody informed. Tell people a little bit. The pub crawl wasn't able to go last year, but I do know that it was very popular. It was great. Was there buses or how?
They're called Roman chariots.
Okay.
They're these. The city has them, and they'll bring all of them out that night for us, just for geocachers.
They're like mega golf carts. They hold like 8 people, I guess.
A couple of them,
and they run
They'll run our route.
They'll go from pub to pub
and to the
people don't have to
parking
worry about
decks and hotels.
parking decks and the downtown hotels. Now,
Cool.
if you're out on 411, like 5 miles out of
Right.
town, they're not going to drop you off at your door, but they will hit the parking decks and the like the Hampton Inn and the
Days Inn
and the other the
Courtyard.
Well, that one too, and I'm thinking of the one downtown.
Hawthorne,
yes.
Oh, very cool.
The Hawthorne. So there's several downtown hotels that they'll wheel you up to the front door practically. So.
Perfect. That is awesome. Yeah.
And it's free. That's
That's awesome.
Show them your geocaching or going caching badge, and
Right.
you're free to go all night.
Nice. Okay. Let's move over to Friday again. 9 o'clock. You can show up and get your swag package pickup. There's a challenge kickoff event that's coming. Okay.
Yeah, traditionally on Friday mornings we have a challenge event where people gather, and we have a bunch of caches that we'll publish right at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you get your passports.
Okay.
And go out to the caches, get stamps, and then at the end, when you've completed your passport, you get to pick up a trackable geocoin. And yeah, it's a really fun time. It's great. This year, the theme is the Blind Frog Smuggler's Run. So you'll be going around to different places where outfits have their stashes.
Nice.
Some of the secret hidden locations around town.
Perfect. That is awesome. Yeah. So, and then we're mentioning all this, but of course there's always things you can work on the puzzles during this period, during the day. Obviously you'll meet with people. Yeah. The caches
adventure labs.
Right.
Yeah. We had a ball last year, doing there's a few where I goes in town, and on Sunday, we had a bunch of us all get together. A lot of patrons we had a little breakfast, and we had everybody come, and we went and did some where I goes together. But just great fun. So if you have people that it's always fun, I think, to go geocaching when you have the opportunity to go with other people. And if Jesse and I will tell you that there have been times at Megas where people wouldn't even know they're gonna. We'll show up at a cache together, and then we're like, okay, we're going down to this one. Y'all want to come? You want to come along? So we'll pick up people who are caching, and we'll just start doing caches together. So if you're, if you're solo, and you've never been to things, and you want to go caching with some other people, so just start caching. You'll find people, and sure enough, I guarantee you somebody will invite you to tag along with them, or meet you to go to other caches in town. And it's kind of what happened to us. We were in Texas Challenge. We were doing a run of caches, and we ran into some people, and we're like, hey, we're going to go to this one. All right, we'll see y'all there. So
we did that at Going Caching as well. People were just jumping in each other's cars and hanging out, and you didn't even know. You'd be riding around, and you realize, I don't even know this person. You know, someone in your back seat, and there were people everywhere. And it was,
you are a geocacher, right?
Yeah. We just picked up a hitchhiker, I think, by accident and converted them. But there's so many groups and people like, hey, I've got a big car, I've got a small car, and you can easily. You don't have to, of course, it's not required, but you can easily go caching with a whole new group of people and have a blast.
Yes.
You're all around town, and when you go to one cache, you'll see another carload of people zipping by, going to the next one, and you're probably going to meet them there. That's just the fun of a mega of that type, that everybody's kind of just out hanging out with each other and stuff. And I'm not going to say trading answers, but definitely trading tips with each other, right? So,
well, as far as our puzzles, we encourage that. And I was about to say, the guy that gets in your car or you get in theirs, they just may have that tidbit that you're missing, and the breakthrough to solve the whole thing. So, but again, if somebody comes up to me and goes, Jim, I am lost, I don't know where to start, well then, I'll help them a little. But we really encourage them to hook up with other people and work together, because gosh, I mean, time is short. I know some people that prefer to do it on their own, but boy, there's a lot of fun to be had, working with other people as a group, and people that aren't even puzzlers. They're the ones that'll look at something and go, oh, I know what that is.
Right.
They think, oh, I don't do puzzles. Well,
Be
think
surprised.
again.
Well, the person jumping in your car might be your button match too.
That's right.
True.
Buttons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the buttons.
We're doing that again this year. Button
We
match?
are. We have one of our crew members that does those for us, and everybody looks forward to those every year. And for people that have never been to going caching, the button match is a game where there's, in every paid package that you receive, there is a button, and it's unique, but it has a few matches. And what you do is you spend your time then looking for the person who has your exact match.
Right.
And when you find that person, you get to go to the Wheel of Fun and spin it and win that prize.
Awesome.
And it's fun because I think sometimes the buttons are so close, like it's almost your match, but not quite. So people have to really connect and get together. And I know Derek has a fun story about button matches from 2019. So, but anyways, we will be doing that again. And this couple times now I've mentioned the crew. I don't want to let the whole show go by without actually saying the reason that going caching is as popular and as fun and as successful as it is because of the going caching crew, the group of friends that we have put together that make the event happen. It's the same group every year, and they are unbelievably amazing.
We've added a handful of people in the last couple of years, but by and large, the crew we started out together, and I guess someday we'll go out in a blaze of glory together. But this is some of our dearest friends that we met geocaching, and they're from all over. How many states now?
I think we have seven states.
Seven states.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
A few are in here in Rome, but most of them are 100 miles or more away, and we'll have a few work weekends this summer. But they'll all pile into Rome weekend before going caching, and they
pull it off.
Yeah, it's like the geocaching elves. Somehow, we wake up in the morning and stuff is ready. So.
Yeah, incredible. Without the crew, like you said, it doesn't happen.
It wouldn't happen.
You
You don't have a dedicated crew like you guys.
it wouldn't
It wouldn't happen year after year.
Yeah. So let's transition then to Friday night. The Friday night event, is it going to be kind of like last year and the years before, I guess? Tell people about.
Okay. The Friday night is a tradition since 2011, right? It was our second year. It was our first year we went mega. The very first going caching was, I think we had close to 400 people there, but the second year we went over 500, and it was mega. But I got a crazy idea. It'd be fun to put on a little skit.
Yeah.
And this was at Skidaway Island State Parks, one of the smallest state parks, I guess, in Georgia. And we filled it up, so every camping site and everything. And so Friday night, we built a tiny little pirate ship. And just some of the guys from Rome, we rehearsed here in our backyard and put on this thing. And we were like, well, what does this have to do with geocaching? And so, well, nothing, but it's entertaining. We're having fun, and we're telling a story. Well, it was a huge success, and we're not actors. I mean, most of us aren't anyway. But so that started, and I believe there'd be a riot if we told them we weren't doing a Friday night play now, because it's so bad it's funny.
Right.
And it's original. We write the thing.
Yes.
And of course, this year, the whole thing that it takes place in our speakeasy. So we built the set on the stage, at Rich Ferry Park, and everybody comes. Bring your chair. Again, it's free. There's no, we don't sell tickets for the play.
And we'll have food trucks.
Food trucks will be there.
Very cool. Yes.
And all vendors will be there. So there'll be a lot of stuff happening. And then we always say the show starts at 8. And then I swear one of these years we're actually going to start at 8 o'clock. Just to surprise everybody.
We were very close.
We were close. We're getting close. But that's always a funny thing. People say, well, it's 8 o'clock gym time.
Right.
So anyway, we're doing our play. I said most of us aren't actors, but I tell you, we've got some pretty good talent in I don't know if they've learned how to act over the years, or if they were just holding out on me in the beginning. But it's I'm excited. This year is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh,
and it always is. But the Friday night play is going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
And the play is more than just entertaining, right? There's a reason the play happens. Yeah,
a couple of things are going on. Yeah, we're trying to make you laugh, and we'll mess up on purpose if we think you'll laugh at us, right? But that's what I always tell people anyway. We meant to do that. But yes, it tells the story, and going caching is a story,
right?
We're talking about new people. If that's something, that's important. It's a geocaching adventure, and we always set it in a different time period. Again, Roaring Twenties.
Yeah.
It come to that play, and all kinds of questions will get answered. You'll understand what we're trying to tell you. Many of the geocaches are themed to this, so it tells a tale. And also, there's, for really observant people, there's a hint or two thrown out. Some of that information might help you because I was mentioning building the set on the front of the stage. Well, behind that set is where we build our escape rooms. And so you have to do the trading card puzzle, come back, and then you've got to figure out how to get into the escape room and then get out. So
there's a process there to get in to be part of the escape room.
So
great idea.
But the Friday night show, there's some stuff going on that when you'll know it when you see it, when you get in the escape rooms. You'll, I remember seeing that Friday night. I think I know how this works. So
Well, and the Friday night show, I got to say, is also the birthplace of the most interesting geocacher in the world.
Oh.
So for grins and giggles, if anybody wants to Google that and go to the YouTube videos of the going caching, the most interesting geocacher in the world, it's pretty funny.
During scene breaks, we have our little commercials, and the most interesting geocacher in the world always comes out. So. In fact, he has his own geocoin, right?
He does.
We started that last year. We got a few of those left. So
nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a lot of people just come for the most interesting geocacher.
That's perfect. Stuff and it's so unique, and like you said, it's something that makes it another reason why it's really worth it to go to this mega.
Makes it very unique. It's something you won't forget once you go.
Yeah. I mean, and well put together, really, Jim. I mean, that's, I remember for the last going caching, having the, it's not paper. I mean, it was a solid part of a ship up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we built that. Yeah, I was talking about the old pirate. That was the 2011 version. That was nothing.
Right.
we thought we took that down there in a U-Haul, and we thought we were big time. This past year when we were pirates, or 2 years ago, pirates. The crew built a whole pirate ship with masts and sails, and the bowsprit stuck out way out over the edge, and
they do this without blueprints. They do this with a drawing that I hand over to them. That's what I'm saying. These people, they just blow my mind every year how committed and talented and hardworking they are. It's crazy.
Yeah, you should see the crew. They gather around and they try to do a mind meld thing. They get Andy's
right
thoughts, and then they get into my head and they go, "Oh my God, I'm getting out of here," and run the other way. But it's amazing what they do with just a spark. Here's what we'd like to do, and next thing you know, there's like I said, the pirate ship or the haunted house thing was right. Off the chart.
Well, that's what I love about so many of the crew is they'll take a crazy idea that I have or Jim has or collectively the two of us, and they'll make it better.
Oh yeah.
And you can always count on that. There's a synergistic effect that goes on with the creativity of everybody on the crew.
Well, what was neat last year, we were I would say last year, everybody knows.
We know. Yeah.
The last going caching. But one of the things we were privileged to do was to do a live show from the stage. And what's funny is we had Joshua come up, and Joshua took one of the microphones and he went over into the ship and he was standing up. I mean, that's what I'm telling you. It's a solid ship. It was
solid. Yeah. Solid craftsmanship for sure.
We're doing the show live and we would go, and Joshua would want to chime in and say something. And he's off to the side here and he's up on the ship with, talking with the microphone. So it made, I mean, where else could you have, a live podcast where you got somebody who's up at a ship doing it? I mean, it was just, it was just so much fun to be a part of that. So, so, hopefully we'll have to discuss, but we're hopefully we'll do another, a live one.
Absolutely. Yeah. We've already got, we were planning on it. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. We love it. And, for those of us that'll get to be there. So, all right, let's talk about Saturday. Saturday is always, is a big, it's always big to be there, but it's always fun. Some people who, again, maybe can't go to all of it, they'll show up for Saturday, which is great. So, I was able to run into some folks, which I hadn't run into yet. And so Saturday is great for kind of getting together with folks again who you may not have seen in a while. And so other than everything else that's great about Saturday, it is great to be able to be there that day to see people that live, maybe further out that maybe can't go to every event. But so let's talk a little bit about what people can expect, what their experience would be like on the Saturday.
Well, Saturday, you have so many things to do. You can be out geocaching, of course. You can do adventure labs. And then at the event, like you said, there's the opportunity to socialize. You can find your matey match, win a prize. You can do the trading card adventure. You could still do the challenge, get around with your passport, get a geo coin. We will have all the vendors there. We have food trucks.
Yeah.
And media too. I'm sorry I didn't mention that one earlier, but I wanted to throw in real quick. But you can come to the event. You can talk to several of the
all the famous
geocache.
people.
That's right. The showbiz people. Yeah. Like the cache talk guys are coming, I understand. So
that's right. Yeah. We'll have several from the Geocache Talk Network will be there, so we're excited about that. The vendors, really, you guys pick and work through getting some really quality vendors. Kuda Bun mentioned about the grilled cheese. I had the grilled cheese from the truck as well. I don't know if they'll be back, but
they will, and their name is Speak Cheesy.
Oh, there you go.
How
perfect
is that?
That's perfect for this year.
Yes, and Old Timers Barbecue will be there.
Oh yeah, there were several great ones. Yes, I remember that. So
Speak Cheesy, she's actually contacted me because she loves the geocachers.
Oh, neat.
I mean, she got with me several months ago, and she's like, "I'm putting it on my calendar. What are the dates? I don't want to miss serving the geocachers."
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's funny. And it was so good. I might have visited more than once.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if we can get her to do her breakfast. Her waffle thing that she does is
really good.
Oh my God. Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah. And there's so many things, like you said, the vendors, it's always great to go, vend from the, to patron the vendors, if you want to say it that way. We had, Jesse gave, a talk there.
It's
So those
very
are always
popular
cool.
talk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
You
did the
a-
Where I Go.
Yeah, did a
Mhm.
Where I Go class
Yep.
for us, I think it was.
Seems like it's been so. Now that didn't seem like last year. That seems like years ago.
Well, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And then as we already mentioned, I'll do a puzzle class.
Yeah,
And
puzzle class is awesome.
now, when I say I'm going to teach the shirt, we'll talk about it, and I can answer specific questions if you want them. But I don't just give you the answer. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But and then afterward, I'll stick around for. It seems like days, but people want to ask a question in front of everybody. But as soon as it's over, they'll come up and go, okay, so what does this mean?
Right.
But that's what we're, that's part of it. We have a lot of fun with that. That's one of my favorite things. And I always learn a little something. Somebody will ask a really good question and I'll have to think, never really looked at it that way or thought about it. And sometimes people will say, well, I solved it, but it's not the right answer. Right. And I think they're the way they solved it, or quote solved it, is so interesting that sometimes I've turned that into a puzzle for next year. It's like, hey, that's a great idea.
That is awesome. Yeah.
It's always good to go to a mega and come away with new knowledge too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come away a better cacher than when you showed up. How do you beat that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is critical. The trading is obviously goes on Saturday too. Is always great. The presentations are incredible. The puzzles. There'll be a photo. It's kind of, you have a schedule, I think, for 3:45. Is that sort of when we get to that point on a Saturday? Usually things kind of ramp up. So is that still, or is that TBD, or is that you got that on the schedule for a little before 4?
It's pretty close to that because it segues into the giveaways.
Right.
And we give away about $5,000 in prizes.
Yes.
That day at the event.
Yeah. So it's a good time for everybody to get there. We'd shoot for 3:45, but when you got 12 to 1,500 geocachers, it's hard to get their attention sometimes. Or anybody, in that big a group, but but as soon as we can at 3:45, we'll take the group photo and then give away tons of prizes, do all the drawings, announce the winners of the puzzle T-shirt,
yes,
the FTF, and the winners of the contest we do with the send your picture at an event to Facebook, our Facebook page, and let's see.
We have the Path Tag stringer.
Oh, that's right. That's another game we play.
There's 2 stringers. These they're like 10-foot pieces of chain. And if you put a path tag on the stringer,
yes,
then you get a ticket to win the whole stringer. And then these things end up with like 200 or 300 path tags on each one.
Wow, that's all. Oh, yes. I've seen
that's to enter that. All you have to do is give us a path tag or put one on the stringer. You get your ticket. If you put 2, you get 2 tickets, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. I think she's got a limited. I forget how many.
Yeah, some point. Right.
Yeah, and our path tag give back is up on the path tag site right now. If anybody is ordering a special going caching path tag.
Oh, great.
The special back for path tag.
Yes.
Yeah, we get 10 cents from each path tag that sells.
Right.
That's another good fundraiser.
Yeah,
it is.
It's awesome.
And we are so grateful to all of our vendors and sponsors. But path tags is really cool for doing that for all megas, I believe. Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're really cool people. And so that that's a lot of fun with our stringer, and if you want to get the little Going Caching 2021 back,
right,
that helps out.
But it's up, so.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. See, that's something I think people sometimes forget about is that that's another way to help fundraise for Going Caching and some people kind of forget and they just put generic,
right.
The generic back is generic. I mean, you have an opportunity when you buy path tags, put Going Caching on the back of it, and they do get some of that money goes back to them. So that's an important item. So don't forget that when you're doing your path tags for this year before going caching. So, okay. So this all leads up again, kind of leads up to the Saturday soiree, as it were. So tell people about what to kind of expect, I guess, for, and I tell people about, we were at last year's, and I guess I want to mention that it was a blast. I mean, it was so much fun to hang out with everybody, to see like Jesse and I said, we came in costume as best we could, but there was some costumes last year.
Yeah, ours did not measure up to
it did,
the ones
but
that were
we participated. I think that's what is the idea. If everybody participates, I always say that about Christmas lights. If everybody just put up a few Christmas lights, then everything would look so much better if everybody participated. So one of the things last year, and we'll talk about this year too here in a second, but last year blew me away. I think you guys probably saw it or whoever it was, but they were dressed in a full parrot outfit.
Yes.
It was a full parrot outfit with a pirate on the shoulder walking around, and I thought that dude was into it. Mm-hmm. So instead of wearing a pirate outfit with a parrot on the shoulder, he wore a full parrot outfit, and I loved it. It was awesome, but
it was hilarious.
I'm
always blown away.
Creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
So last year was wonderful. Tell everybody about what we can look forward to this year and give some people some ideas. I know Derek's daughter is really pumped about being a flapper. So tell people about.
Who wouldn't it be?
Yeah, really. She's excited. Awesome. It's just what a great idea. So tell people about this year's event and maybe give them some tips as to what they can do to prepare.
All right. So, Saturday night will be a costume event. Now, if you don't have one, that's fine, but you will stick out a little because everyone's going to be dressed up. It's just what we do at Going Caching.
Yeah.
But we normally use the forum. There's a big ballroom in there, in the arena, but that because of COVID has been serving as Floyd County's courthouse. And so we were told we couldn't get it, but we came up with, it was almost serendipitous because I called a friend downtown that owns a building. It's actually called The Vogue, and it is a building that she rents for events.
Okay.
She gave us a great deal on getting the building. It's 2 floors. There's a bar on each floor. There's a dance floor upstairs. And we also have negotiated to have the street blocked off next to the building as our overflow.
Right.
And it's it's near the forum. It's near the town green. There's actually a fountain in this block against the brick building of the History Museum, if anybody's been there for that.
Right.
And we're going to set up music inside and outside. And it's just going to be one big party. No food, but we will have beverages, beer, wine, sodas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For any non-drinkers. Mm-hmm. And we're just going to dance the night away.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's another chance to meet up with people that maybe you didn't get a chance to talk with before. Spend extra time with people that maybe you're again, you maybe haven't had time to hang out with. I got to hang out with Emily and her mom for part of the time when I was there, which was so much fun. They were going around and they're doing the treasure chests last year. Mm-hmm. So, again, even if you're not sort of participating in everything, you can kind of tag along to different things too. And
you can find little bits of everything to do.
You can. And so that was fun. So definitely don't forget to come to this again. Do a little bit, just do a little bit of work ahead of time. Get you an outfit set, and you'll have a blast.
I was going to say it back on the outfits. If you just want to put a fedora on, that's cool. Yeah. But boy, some people do go all out. I mean, right. When you think about the 20s, I think everybody will, 50% of the population is excited about being a flapper girl,
right?
And or a gangster with the pinstripe suit and the big, the big wide tie and the big fedora. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some people don't come as moonshiners. I mean, that was the thing too. Everybody wasn't a Chicago gangster.
Imagine overalls with only one strap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary's been talking about being a flapper ever since y'all.
Yeah, I want to be a flapper girl. So. I don't understand, if that's available. But
Amazon has unbelievable amounts of flapper dresses that I found to be very reasonably priced. So I was
good.
Stoked about that.
They probably have your size.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
I'll be sending you one this evening, Gary. Don't worry. I'll get on Amazon after the show.
Okay.
And without giving anything away, if you came as a flapper girl, you just might find yourself fitting in this year. So,
we may have to put you in the Friday night show.
That's right. You might.
We might need some chorus girls.
Yep.
I think if we got enough people emailing in, we might be able to get Gary in one of those flapper girls.
That's right.
Yeah, I've already got my outfit's kind of set. I'm going.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you're ready.
Yeah, I'm going traditional Al Capone look. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Now there's people. They were saying something there too that they're having like a Al Capone contest. So I don't know if get the exact get some of the exact outfits he wore or whatever. But KC11. I thought it was a kid friendly event. Yes. You're not going to see. Yeah, there you go. It is.
It is a kid friendly. It's also dog friendly.
Yes.
Yeah, we are very
at all of our outdoor venues, and then also downtown Rome. They have they'll put paw print stickers in any of the stores where your dogs are welcome.
Bring your dog in. Yeah.
And then we'll have a pet station. The city of Rome will set up their bus in our park for that, and they have a pet station.
And just next door to Ridge Ferry Park, the big park where we're at, it's actually part of Ridge Ferry, but we kind of proud of this. We've got a brand new dog park.
Oh, neat.
That would be new to anybody because it's been built since 2019.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's something I definitely want to mention is in my notes about the pause permitted decals. That is really cool. Parking's free at Ridge Ferry Park.
And there's plenty of it too. I mean, that's a huge, long park right on the river. And we mark off, we've got a whole group of the crew that handles parking, and they mark it off. I will say too, if people are interested in our patron level packages, that includes a parking pass, which a certain number of the spots are numbered. So you not only you don't just have a special parking lot up close. You've got your own parking space, and no one else will park there.
Oh,
so if you leave, your space is waiting on you.
That's awesome.
That's nice.
So that's something we started a few years ago, and people really enjoy that. That to come and go and not have to, park, way back on the back row or something.
Yeah. That's both options are really, really great.
Yeah.
Again, we want to mention that we're giving away a puzzle box here in a minute. We're about to wrap up tonight, but if you want to,
I'm jealous. That sounds like an awesome prize. That's the best prize we've given away in a while.
The puzzle box. That's awesome.
There is one more event Sunday morning.
I just want to remind people about the hashtag sidecar before we get to that. So once we get through Sunday or through Saturday, get up Sunday, and we're going to go to another event. Sort of, I guess it'll be the last one for the
That's right. It's our farewell event, and it's always a lot of fun too. I mean, we keep saying that, but we're not sure of what the status of lackey visits are or will be. I don't think they've been going to megas up to now, but October we're hoping, but maybe not. But in the past, we've always had our lackeys.
The official lackey.
The official lackey.
Official ones.
How many did we have last time?
We had 9 lackeys.
Nine lackeys.
Yeah.
But the official lackey gets to. We asked them to, kind of give their impression of their experience during the week, and also give us some tidbits of maybe new things that's happening at HQ.
Oh, very cool.
And then it's just a good time just to have a few more laughs. We give away what's left of the prizes,
right?
And then you get to say your goodbyes and hug everybody, and we it's just over at that point. And there was something. It's we have a coffee and donuts for everyone.
Oh, neat! Very cool.
That's a lot of stuff packed into like 4 days.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
It is.
So before we're about to give it away, but what I want to do is, if anybody has any questions, where would you like them to ask their questions?
The best way is to contact us through the website, goingcaching.com, and there's a contact button. And if you and they just fill out the form, and it gets emailed directly to us. If you don't want to bother, you can just send questions to crew@goingcaching.com, and we'll answer as quick as possible on that too.
There you go. Yeah,
goingcaching.com. The puzzle box.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
none of that.
Not the puzzles.
More general type questions, not puzzle answer questions.
Right. And we do have Jim has worked on our website. We have a really good fact page that answers a lot of basic questions too.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's goingcaching.com, all one word. And that's awesome. Yes. Let's give away this puzzle box, and then we'll come back after that, and we'll kind of wrap up. So I guess we're at the last seconds. If you haven't done a hashtag sidecar, all one word, we're about to push the button. Actually, our producer is going to push the button here in a second. So it's going to spin a wheel, and we will get an answer to who won tonight the puzzle box. So, Derek, I guess at this point, here we go. Let's push the button. There goes. It's spinning right now.
Oh,
all the names are spinning. There they go. They're all spinning, and it's going to pick somebody. Who's it going to pick? Christ our King.
All right.
987.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Is the winner tonight.
I'm very jealous.
Yes. So Christ our King 987, if you would email
would you want them to email you? That would be fine.
Yeah. Why don't you email us?
You can pass their contact
information to you.
Yeah, we'll get the information and we'll send it over to them. So they're in the chat room still.
Very good.
That's important too.
Very cool. Yeah.
So there you go. You won. Send us the information, geocachetalk@gmail.com, and we'll pass that on. And we will get that information over. And so you can get that. I bought my puzzle box. I hope everybody else will go out and buy the puzzle box and everything else as well, because it's important.
Yes. And I will point out that it is a limited quantity.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we like it has a geocoin and stuff like that. So those have already been ordered. So
yes,
we're expecting the coins in the very beginning of July, and that'll be the last item that we need to, and then start putting everything together and ship them out.
Awesome. Okay, let's go around the room. Final thoughts, and then we'll sort of wrap up. So we'll leave you guys for last on that. I'll start, and I'll go over to Jesse, but. My final thoughts for tonight is I'm so very excited. I can't believe that it's this close, but yet so far. It's like it's October, but yet it's not that far away once you stop to think about it. Especially since we skipped a year, but going to the first one, what was amazing. I'm trying to be there for all of it this time. Working on making sure I have the dates or the time off for all the events. So I'm looking forward to that, or if not, most of the events. But again, it's such a great time. This year, I'm going to be able to go bring in my son, who does cache some. He's going to come up from Macon. He lives in Macon, Georgia. So we have a Georgia contact there in the family. And, it's just great. It's just, I don't know what else to say. If you want more information about personal experience that we couldn't really cover on the podcast, definitely can email us and I can give you more information. We have so many contacts who have been or who are involved that can get you even more information. So don't hesitate to ask questions. I know Coon and Bud helped us last year answering a lot of questions, but also, Andy and Jim have been tremendous helps for that. And, hats off to you guys for putting on such a great event, and really looking forward to being there again this year.
Yay.
It's a very well done event. I got to go last time, not last year, as Gary keeps saying, but last time.
Yes.
I would recommend, whether you're a puzzler or not, get the full package, because it just helps explain everything. You're on the inside track, you know what's going on, and then just group up with people when you get down there. It's so easy to find a new team or group of friends down there to cache with. It makes the whole experience a lot more fun. And if nothing else, just go to see Gary in his flapper dress.
Not gonna happen.
I mean, he's gonna keep getting this until he does it.
Most, yeah.
Anyway, so all right, we'll let y'all two have the final word.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you guys for having us on.
Absolutely.
We really, really appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you, Gary, in October, and the rest of your team that's going to be able to come. And I'm going to be so happy I'm like everybody else. I'm just going to be so happy to see all our geocaching friends.
Right.
Like, I can't wait to get together with the crew. We've Zoomed with them, but haven't really, gotten to see many of them at all face to face here. And I just appreciate the cachers that get excited and want to come. It's so fun doing this for the community. And we love the geocaching community.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else to add, honestly. That's, we're just, happy to be here with you, and so much looking forward to it. And you're right, it is right around the corner when you think about it. And which means we really got to get to work. But we just can't wait to see everyone.
Great. Again, thanks so much. And we'll get to see you soon. It won't be that far away. So thanks again, everyone. We'll say good night.
Thank you. Good night.
May your finds be many, and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.